Before entering the sea of fire, I wanted one last cigarette, because I knew it might be the last one of my life. The chances of coming back alive were almost zero. Unfortunately, the cigarettes had already been soaked in water. No matter how many times I tried, I could not light one. I silently stood up and walked toward the flames. My mission was to shut off the oil tank valve with my bare hands. I had to succeed. I could not afford a single mistake. If the valve could not be closed, crude oil would keep flowing into Tank 1. The fire would only grow bigger and bigger. Once Tank 1 exploded, dozens of nearby tanks would explode as well. The power would be equal to 30 atomic bombs. Everyone in the city would die in this disaster, including my wife and daughter. It was this belief that kept me from relaxing for even a second. An hour had already passed, and the valve was still not shut. I sensed something was wrong, so I immediately reported it to the commander outside. Under the commander's constant pressure, the oil depot manager finally broke and told the truth. The valve had to be turned 100 rotations, and each rotation meant 80 full turns. The commander exploded with rage on the spot, but the manager said this was a port that had existed for over 100 years. Many families depended on this port to survive. He said if the truth came out, no one would dare to enter the fire. The commander called him a bastard and slapped him hard across the face, telling him he did not understand firefighters at all. 80 turns made one rotation. One valve needed 100 rotations. That meant 8,000 turns for a single valve. And there were 4 valves in total, which meant more than 30,000 turns. Not to mention the conditions we were in. Even in normal times, this mission would have been impossible. After learning the truth, I fell silent on the spot, but I kept turning the valve anyway. The long struggle drained both me and my teammates. The oxygen in our tanks was already gone. In the extreme heat, even breathing was painful. Luckily, I managed to shut down 2 of the valves, but by then the fire had grown even stronger. Knowing outside support was no longer possible, we turned toward the last 2 valves across the site. Along the way, an explosion nearly buried me in the flames. Thankfully, a teammate grabbed me in time and pulled me onto the steel structure. Then we began our final fight with death. As if sensing our resistance, the fire suddenly launched a counterattack. Seeing this, the deputy captain quickly pulled out his phone to record the team's final messages.
I want to go home, Mama. I'm exhausted.